Christopher Leon Johnson here. So I'm about to head over to City Hall. Like I said earlier this morning, guys, look, I saw Mercedes. It's 12, I believe it's 12:39 right now. And look, I saw Mercedes. I saw Natasha Williams, and those are two elected officials I respect. I have no respect for Rita Joseph at all. Fuck Rita Joseph. But at the same time, so out of respect for those two, I don't want to get them and put them in a situation where I'm in trouble with them, because I know they have to save their career. She's not going to win at all for mayor. She has no chance of winning for mayor, and so out of respect, and you guys saying that, yeah, I might agree and disagree with politicians and shit like that, and policies and bills and all that retarded shit. But retarded shit. But you gotta understand that there's people that I have respect for. So out of respect, it's over, right? It's over.
Their question.
Yeah. So it's over. It's over. So out of respect for those people, Natasha Williams and Mercedes Narcisse, I didn't want to heckle. I didn't want to say anything to get them in trouble, because I know that those two
you're right. Yes.
are good people. They're good elected officials that care about their communities. And they don't want to piss off the speaker, because one's running against a candidate like Mercedes, running against Dipper Willibus, who is hell bent on taking the job because of what they call it again, 2134 Call Street. I believe she's doing a great job as a council member, and Natasha Williams is just Natasha Williams, so you can't get mad at that. These women have the right to run, and they have the right to. They have to do its protocol, and it's fucking a lot of protocol. You have a sorority hats, sorority umbrellas. So at the end of the day, I'm not crashing. I'm not gonna crash it for what? It's pointless. So yeah, I mean.
And for whatever their reasons are, I can't speak to those reasons, because I don't know. As with anyone who has endorsed or anyone who has, funded his campaign,
Max is here.
I would have no answer to that. I don't know.
So you did pass a bill that let DoorDash charge more.
Yes, the council did.
So yeah, but you have two Divine Nine sisters here, but she's trying to get that D9. I don't think they want to shake the apple cart. I mean, the D9 network, the division, the D9 is basically your fraternities and your black fraternities and black sorority. I don't think they want to shake the apple cart. Let's keep that real. Like I said, like, the reason I'm not getting at them like this, because there's two people that I respect. So like Mercedes Narcisse and Natasha Williams. Other than that, like, I would have been cool. I would have been heckled her. I would have been got her and shit like that. But I mean, there's always another time for that. So I'm not here to put those two in a position where, they can get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what this is about. They have to save their ass. I mean. I'm playing soccer library.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
So at the end of the day, it's what it is. So mean, she's not going to win. She's not going to win.
If you're interested in
but
sticking,
she has the right to run. I mean, I'm not going to crash it because like, there's people that respect like Natasha Williams and Mercedes RC. So I wasn't going to get at her like that. It wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? But I was in the library. I had to try my phone anyway, and I didn't want to get at the guy. I was like, I'm not going to do it. So it's just whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like Rita Joseph, she doesn't do anything to get over and shit like that. So it's just what it is. You know, a lot of the Bond 9 sisters say like she's not gonna get that support. She is not gonna win. Public testimonies at 2 o'clock. So you have another rally here right now, another press conference here. Basically, it's just going to be Scott Stringer complaining about Cuomo again. Like every day, just like because of budget hearings, and every day it's going to be just Cuomo. ADACDS, Andrew Cuomo Deranged Syndrome, and that's what it was. I said I'm not here. I wasn't here to crash it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was, but wasn't worth the bullshit. Wasn't worth the bullshit. Little tot, but I'm gonna testify today at the hearing. I'm gonna say like, yo, we have to, you know what I'm saying?
About the black community, that she is not invested in issues like housing, and that is simply not true. And in the area of public housing, she has put more money in public housing in her own district and others around the city. And that she doesn't have a leadership. She's not a leader. And she's the only one in this race who is a real leader as it relates to city government. And when you look at what is happening with the government, first denial, so I will reach out to you, Julie. Yeah, I will start
Yeah, it would be good to connect with people who are working on a campaign. Okay. So I'm not sure where we are in terms of like starting to build out a campaign.
Right. And I understand yours because I don't know why it's not showing you, and I don't want to.
Now, since everything is over, yeah, she'll not become mayor. She will not be mayor. Let's keep that real. She will never be mayor. Never, ever, ever be mayor. She will never be mayor. Let's keep that real. Never, ever, ever be mayor. Sorry about that.
I just wanted to just about Patrick. I think you know.
Right, she will never, ever, 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 ever be mayor.
Yeah. Now I work for Speaker Adams, so yeah. I know. We've never met, but we've interacted before. And my sister-in-law said that your son and Bill Fulton are.
So look, I mean, see, they lucky, man, because they lucky how they come at her like that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my bad, bro. You got a homeless guy, I'm sorry about that. What's up, man? They lucky, like, I didn't get her like that, bro. I have things, I have shit to do, you know what I'm saying?
hey, buddy.
What's up, man? Doing good, bro.
You okay?
I'm good, man. I'm good this time. You just missed your opponent.
It's all right.
Yeah. Doing a little video op. Doing a video up down the block with her sorority sisters. Crazy shit, right? Video op and shit. Like I said, they lucky I didn't get at her like that, cause so I got things to do. What's up, Mercedes? What's up? Hey, what's up? The reason I didn't get at her, because of you was here. I didn't get her because of you was here.
No trouble.
I'm not. But the reason I didn't get her because you was here.
No.
You and
Thank you.
The reason
Thank
you was
you.
here, I didn't. If you was here, I would got her. But
Thank
the
you.
reason because you was there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Hey, no problem. So yeah. So I'm not here. Like I said, I told her the reason it was her and Williams. Other than that, I'll big got her. There's no point. That's just bullshit. I'm trying to still look at this fucking hearing.
Yeah. All right, we got this one. We're gonna go. Yeah, let's do it. All right.
What's up, man? Day after day
I
after
didn't
day.
realize you were a big deal when I called you out yesterday.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right, man. It's okay,
But if
man.
you, seriously, if you have any questions, you're always
Yeah.
free to ask.
Yeah, I understand, man.
Run it through me.
Yeah, I
if you want
understand.
to.
I understand. So they doing another video op. So a lot of sorority sisters here. Like I said, but she's not gonna get that debate. Like they not gonna come hard. But I think she, like I said, somebody told me what she was trying to do, like, is to get all the D9 sisters to back her up and then get together and then vote, get her number 2, and then it'll pass to Zeron number 2. That's not gonna work. Like I said, I'm ready. I'm gonna hear what this guy. This is crying. This is cry day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, it's just, it is what it is. Let me go. Let's keep that. She will never be mayor. Never, ever, ever be mayor.
I think maybe better we just start.
This is good. All right. We'll do it for this. Good morning. I'm going to start with a statement that should not be controversial. Child care in New York City needs to be affordable, accessible, reliable, and high quality for every family and every neighborhood all across the 5 boroughs. Working parents don't need this explained to them. We live it every day. Child care is hard to find, and when you do, it can be prohibitively expensive. There are simply too many hours in the day and weeks in the year when the city effectively tells parents to fend for themselves. As I've said consistently through this campaign, the city needs to invest in policies that make it more livable for parents and their children. And that means dramatically expanding access to child care, building and preserving affordable, family-friendly housing, and creating more dedicated recreational spaces. We're here today to focus on our child care system. It's broken, and we all know it. But me and my team have dug deeper, down to the root cause. One of the ways that we're going to deal with this is attack the Byzantine licensing and compliance processes child care providers face when trying to open and maintain child care programs. Most child care providers in New York City are individuals operating small, very small businesses on their own. The system requires them to balance long hours of their most important responsibility, caring for our kids. And we must unlock and break down this maze of red tape, duplicative paperwork, and bureaucratic messes that frequently delay the opening of and disrupt existing child care programs. It's hurting our families, burning out providers, and it's hurting the parents and the children we're trying to help. Right now, we're just failing. And I believe we need a plan that's going to address this fundamental need. That's why under my RISE plan, we're going to fix it. Reform, integrate, support, and empower. We're going to fix it and do all we can to create a comprehensive policy to support caregivers and make this city welcoming to working families. start, we're going to create a dedicated licensing navigator program. These are multilingual experts housed in the Mayor's Office of Child Care and Early Childhood Education who will provide step-by-step guidance to providers, helping them meet regulations and get their doors open faster. To be crystal clear, we can and we will do this without sacrificing any oversight. We're also going to do more to support the incredible professionals who are working day in and day out directly with our children. Their work is noble, but it is not and should not be considered charity. Our child care professionals deserve more than kind words, so we're going to make their lives easy because we know for sure our kids are good. That means portable background checks so staff don't lose weeks of pay when changing jobs. It means expedited license renewals for providers with strong track records and expanded access to career-advancing credentials like the Child Care Development Associate Certificate. This is very crucial and fundamental. Financial aid and multilingual support will be there too. Look, the bottom line to our plan is that we've got to break down the silos and break down the bureaucracy. We can no longer expect the city government to be the impediment to building a universal child care program. This builds on my multi-level child care plan to provide universal child care, to make sure that we expand people's opportunities so parents can better stay in the city. That is my goal, that is my agenda, and I wanted to announce it today. I know it's a busy day, but I'll be happy to take any questions you may have. Sir.
Real quick question. There was this tragic shooting that I'm sure you heard about. What would you as mayor do that's different from what Eric Adams has done to prevent a shooting where a 14-year-old has now been arrested for shooting a 16-year-old as an unintended victim?
We got to get the damn guns off the streets. And we have to be more proactive, making sure that strategies are in place to make sure kids can't get access to those guns. And I believe very strongly that this is a tragic day. I have 2 kids. I worry about them every day. I think about this very moment for my own family. My heart goes out to the families. So look, the mayor must be proactive. When I was controller, I had 0 tolerance for gun violence. I divested all of our holdings in the gun manufacturing. And signaling my belief that the only way to truly protect our kids is get the guns away from people. Get the kids the 0 access to the possibility of carrying a firearm. And I do think this is a tragic day. I don't think it's a day to blame anyone, but I think long term, as if I were mayor today, I would be spending my time just like Eric Adams is in the community with the parents. My heart goes out to the family.
Who are the latest candidates, like the latest child care plans to be unveiled by New York and state? It seems like all candidates are, centering child care in their campaigns to address issues related to affordability, whether it's, prioritizing early childhood and universal child care. So maybe you could talk about that larger issue, how this fits into child care increasingly becoming an election issue, and what kind of motivated this plan and everything.
So this is not my first child care proposal. It's not my first rodeo. As you may recall, when I was city controller, we authored a child care plan that was focused on, among other things, building out a child care network, making sure that we had capital dollars available to close those child care deserts. My Tri-Share child care plan that I announced the day I was running for mayor was an extension of that original policy when I was controller. But look, what motivates me is my lived experience with child care. It's a backbreaker. You need it if you have 2 working parents. And you definitely need it if you're a single parent. And right now, only the people with great wealth can afford child care. So 2 things happen. You either pay it, deplete your savings, or you move out of the city. It's time to recognize that when we have child care, we keep families in communities. And that's what my mayoral campaign is all about. It is about family. It's about child care, baseline 3K and 3K. It's about making sure we continue to have school open till 4:30 so kids can get the tutoring they need, and the parents are able to basically work a full day without having to rush to pick up their kids. But it goes even further. We need to keep the families in the city. We're going to need to build housing that's for them. 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom apartments. Right now, HPD only subsidizes 10% of apartments, 2 bedrooms or more. Our plan is to add 42,000 apartments for parents with kids. this is part of a comprehensive plan. Today is the bureaucracy part of it. How do we break the silos? How do we make it easier for child care providers to stay in the system, to get paid, but also to navigate this bureaucracy in the city that gets worse and worse by the month. And the reason I think I can handle this is because I know these agencies, I've done the audits, I know ACS, I know the functioning agencies around child care, and I know how to build them back, bring them back, so we can get some stuff done already. You know, that's why we don't need a mayoralty on training wheels. We actually need a mayoralty that knows how to shape and remake the bureaucracy.
In terms of the child care plan that you announced in January, how much would it cost, and would it require help from Albany?
There's existing, as you know, there's existing resources, federal and state resources and city subsidies that get moved into a child care plan. So while we do worry on a federal level, and you also recognize that that money exists. But people in my plan would pay no more than 7% of their income on child care. We believe that also this third tier of that is asking businesses to come to the table, help us subsidize that child care because it goes to keeping that very important workforce that they need. So TRI-SHARE is a three-way split designed to rely on the continuation of the public subsidies, ask parents that can afford to pay up no more than 7% of their income, bring the business community in an extraordinary collaboration. That is the basis for our plan. And obviously, we will shape it depending on budget constraints. We will shape it based on the moment in time when we start to ramp this up. But I'm very confident that the next mayor should really have an understanding and a real passionate commitment to the children and parents of this city. Again, it's about childcare, 3K, pre-K, after school. Obviously, it's going to take someone with the financial experience to manage the budget. I think I have the skills to do
So Andrew Cuomo, he has a lot of past ethics issues. He missed out on $600K of matching funds, possibly because he's illegally working with a PAC. Still, he's been a top poller throughout the race. What would you say to a voter who thinks they might vote for Cuomo at this stage in the campaign?
Well, I think the voters at some point are going to look at Cuomo in the campaign and say that's a hot mess. Maybe we should look at alternatives, and that's exactly what a campaign is all about. As many of you know, this is not my first campaign against a former governor. It was but 3 weeks out in that campaign against Eliot Spitzer that I was literally 22 points behind. And I knew that as voters started to focus, as the debate started to happen, we would change the trajectory of the race, and I won. So I'm not sweating this. You know, I'm very confident in the message of our campaign. I think people want someone competent, experienced, someone who has a vision, but also someone who knows how to run a campaign, knows how to run a city government, and also somebody who's not going to bring more chaos to the city. And I think voters will tune in and think about that. Look, the Cuomo campaign wants to end this race by May 24th. They keep telling us how far ahead they are, how everything is going well, even though they can't qualify, they barely qualified for matching funds. The campaign is a little bit of a shipwreck. But that's okay. The race goes to June 24th. And when people hear the candidates, they hear what's going on, they will make their own decision.
Meaning when more TV ads.
We're doing ranked choice voting.
Meaning when more TV ads. Do you think that's when the tipping point will reach voters?
I think they would like this campaign to be over now, but this campaign is just getting revved up. And you know, I could sit and tell you all the campaigns were in the Cuomo spot, and somehow they never got elected mayor or controller. Let's have a campaign for a few weeks, see what happens. I'm ready. You know, our commercials are coming, our media campaign's coming. Our announcements and our agenda is out there. People know me, they know my record. The response in the streets has been pretty extraordinary. But give us a couple more weeks to get this thing rolling, and we'll see who wins at the end.
Great.
Anybody else? Well, thank you all for coming. I know it was a busy day. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you.
So it's over. Like I said, I gotta go back charge my phone. So that was quick. so first. Later.